Hello, everyone. It's your girl JJB, and boy, do I have a story for y'all today. So, oh my goodness. So today, I was doing some errands. I was doing a lot of errands today. I'm so tired, man. And I was doing errands for my grandma because she don't like going places by herself. Actually, none of us in our family do. But more importantly, she wanted me to go to the post office. She wanted me to do something for her, right? And so tell me how I go to a post office, right? This is tea. This is the tea for y'all's, right? I go to the post office for her, right? And bruh, the post office worker who was working there was giving me the illest attitude, chat. Like I could not believe it, man. It did not even start that way at first. Okay, context by the way. It was pouring raining outside. Like it was crazy rain. So I had to put something for my hair because my hair was gonna get super humid and stuff. So I put like some type of like sweater on it because we didn't have like a jacket or anything. Because it started pouring straight once we got into our car. So I looked a little goofy. I look like one of them bandits from Pokemon. Like have you ever seen like an anime? They have like them um those anime thieves where it's just like they have the green bandana and it just like it just looks so goofy. I don't know if there's like any type of photos like that I have. I remember in Pokemon they used to have it. Um I don't know if they still have it, but it used to be like they had like some kind of black glasses and a green bandana. I don't think they have it anymore, but then they'll have some type of handkerchief. I think it was in like Pokemon. So, but um I look like that. So, I went to inside looking like a goofball essentially. And the dude I'm gonna wait to give you what I think it was towards the end. Um but like the dude was like, how can I help you, right? He was at first, how can I help you? I'm just like, I'm just here um to mail this because I have not been in the post office in forever. Like I'm here thinking uh post sending a postcard is still 50 cents. And y'all want me to make a post what's it called? Fan mail for y'all? That's gonna be finna expensive. Even making a mailbox I think was like apparently it's gonna be like $300 for a small one. Heck no, heck no, y'all, y'all still gonna have to wait until I'm up there. I'm one of the top OGs or something like that. When I hit a million, I'll think about I don't know when else you can make a post office. I don't know when, but it ain't anytime soon. That's for sure. So it's gonna have to finish settle for throne. But no, even though it would be nice to have fan mail, but y'all just have to settle for doing stuff digitally. So fan art my way if you guys wanna holla at your girl. But no, it was insane. So just for sending a like a letter, it was $1. I was like $1 back in my day, like a year ago. It was like 50 something. I'm like, dang, these tariff prices going up. They're going up the wazoo. I was like, oh my goodness. I was like, huh, okay. And then we had an envelope. I'm like, it's just standard. But my grandma wanted tape on the envelope. She's like, oh no, the tape got loose. And I asked the dude, I was like, oh, can you tape this? And bro was like, you could tape it yourself. He gave me mad attitude. He was like, you could tape it yourself. Because it was like, it was getting loose. And I was like, okay, that's fine. I'll, and mind you, you know how I'm supposed to be a villainous as a VTuber, but like in real life, I'm not gonna be like, peasant, coming there, brokey, it's giving brokey right now. And so I'm here like, okay. Um, So I go get the envelope, and he tries to slap my hand. I was like, "Excuse me." He goes for envelope. He's like, "No, no, do the other one first." I was like, "Bro." He's like, "I'm doing something." I was like, "Bro, you could have literally said no, no, no. Like you could have used your words. You could have used your words or something. You didn't have to use force for one." I was just like, "Excuse me." I was like, "Oh no, you didn't." I was just like, "I know you did not just try to slap my hand for one." Even if he wasn't trying to slap my hand, even if let's say he was going for the envelope, I was just like, you could have just said, "Oh no, 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 don't put your hand there." He literally ripped, like, was like, "Don't put your like," because I don't know if he was weighing the package or whatnot, but he like put his own hands there. Like it made no sense. No matter how you think about it, it's just like if he didn't want my hands there, like it makes no sense because he put his hands there either. So it's like, what does it matter if my hand was there? So I was just like, what? Okay. So, I'm just like, I'm doing this for my grandma. And so I do the other post. Man, I put the tape on the other one. And he finishes it. He's like, now you can put it on. I was like, okay, whatever. And I'm like, dang, $6 for some, for just a small packet. It wasn't even a large check. It wasn't large. It was not big. It didn't weigh a lot. It didn't weigh a pound or anything. It weighed like sticking 0.01 ounces. It didn't weigh a lot. It was $6. This thing is, I was like, dang, this much? I was like, I thought it was standard, like the basic package chat. It was a very. It was a little bit. I was just like, God damn, I think something wrong, and so I'm like calling my girl saying, oh, this is important. This is important because if y'all don't know, I'm mixed. Listen, I'm Caribbean, I'm Puerto Rican, I'm American. I got a lot of mixes inside of me, right? So when I start speaking Spanish, he goes off the edge. And he's like, "You can pay now." I was like, "Hold up, I just had to ask something and verify something." He's like, "You can pay first." I was just like, "Let me verify." I got mad. I was like, "You can wait." He's like, "I have people wait." There's one person in line. There's another worker, by the way. I was just like, and holding up the line, I understand, right? I said, "Oh, you know what? She could go in front of me." He's like, "That's not how it works. She can't go in front." I was just like, well, then you're gonna have to. I literally was like, well, then you're gonna have to wait because one, you slapped the package out of me. Like he did that, so I was like, I ain't. I was like, you can wait a minute because like I was literally like, yo, is this right the amount? Because I was just like, I don't remember $7 for this amount, and then two, I just wanted to make sure if she needed to also send the receipt because the receipt wasn't in there, so I just wanted to double check, make sure everything was okay. And you know what he was like, "You should check beforehand." I was just like, how am I supposed to double check beforehand? Like, yes, I checked the package is sent, but how am I supposed to double check? Like, we checked the letter, but if like, even if it wasn't the receipt, how am I supposed to double check the price? Like, bro was giving my attitude, and he lucky I just said you could wait because I could have been like, I could have been like, "Oh, you want me to record you?" Or some stupid stuff like that, They'd be like, "Oh, why don't you just report him or something?" What? Like, realistically, what am I gonna really do? Like, what is recording gonna do? Like, yeah, get my like 5 seconds of fame or whatever. Nah, nah. I'm a rant about it, but I'm not gonna actually be like, "Oh yeah, look at this man. He's being because I'm a person of color, whatever." It was just like whatever. So, but you know what was the thing that like really got me feeling like I should crash out though? Tell me how. Because he was crashing out on me to pay because I started speaking Spanish just to confirm with my grandma, right? He was like, I don't. He wasn't really even like, "How nice." He was just like bye bye or whatever. Tell me how the lady behind me comes in. He's like, "Sorry you had to wait. Sorry for your long wait." She didn't even wait that long for one, but like and the lady was like, she was like, It's okay. I appreciate your patience for having to deal with someone like that. Like, okay. I wasn't even being that crazy. I wasn't like last year. I was like, oh, is this how you treat a customer? This and that. I was just like, bro, like, let me just confirm. I wasn't like acting like a villain. I was like, you commoner, you peasant, treat me like, bro, literally try to slap the envelope on me. And I'm like, let me just confirm the details real quick before you have me paying egregious $7 for 2 envelopes. I was just like, dang, $7 for 2 envelopes. I'm like, okay, because I haven't been in the post office forever. I was just like, $7 for 2 envelopes just sounds kind of crazy. I was just like, dang, shipping the tariffs really be terrifying right now. I was just like, okay. So I was just like, bro, this lady really did that. And when I told my girl, I was like, oh yeah, yeah, this is the American Post Office. But yeah, I should have known better. I was just like, bruh. Because like there's multiple different post offices we have. And because there's one that usually caters to someone like us, if we had to put it that way. Apparently, because that's how they looked at us. They looked at us. I was just like an alien or something. Because like the way I was being treated, I was like, what the? Because I don't be looking at me. I was just like, when I look at someone, I was just like, okay, how can I help you? Like, because I usually just don't really think about that. But like the way bro was just like, this lady, this lady. I was just like, bro. So yeah, uh, yeah. That was such a crash. That was such a crash. That wouldn't even happen. But no, y'all was like, oh man, you could have had it back. Well, how am I gonna have it back? What proof? You're like, oh, can you prove he was? No, you can't prove that. Two, well, just put my camera out. What am I gonna put my camera out for? It's one of those things you just walk away or just like, you know. I'm an adult, so it's just like, but I can still rant about it. I can still rant about it. But it was just one of those things I just thought y'all would like hearing. So yeah, let me know if you ever had moments like these and what you guys think of the situation. So, man, it was definitely a story. It was it got me heated just thinking about it. I'm definitely gonna have to retell it on my live. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know if you guys like this story time. The reaction. And if you guys want to hear more stuff like this, let me know down below. And you guys have a good one. We're so close to 1K. Maybe we'll get it by the end of New Year's. And I'm definitely putting this in here so you guys can hear it as soon as possible. So yeah, this is JJ Beats. You guys have a great one. Bye bye.